So now it is my distinct honor to introduce you to Dr. France Crdova, the 14th director of the National Science Foundation. We're delighted to have her on campus. France Crdova was sworn in as director of NSF on March 31, 2014, nominated by President Obama to head the $7.2 billion independent federal agency. She was confirmed by the U.S. Senate on March 12th. Cordova leads the only government science agency charged with advancing all fields of scientific discovery, technological innovation, and science, technology, and math STEM education. NSF's programs and initiatives keep the U.S. at the very forefront of science and engineering. They empower future generations of scientists and engineers, and they foster U.S. prosperity, global leadership, and national security. NSF, as President Kleen mentioned, is also the largest sponsor of our research on campus here. Dr. Cordova has served in a variety of academic and scientific leadership roles throughout her prestigious career. She is President Emerita of Purdue, past Chancellor of the University of California, Riverside, and former Chief Scientist at NASA. She also has extensive experience as an educator and researcher, as a professor of physics and astronomy at the University of California, Santa Barbara, and at Penn State, and as a research scientist at Los Alamos National Lab. She received her bachelor's degree from Stanford and her doctorate in physics from the California Institute of Technology. So please join me in welcoming Dr. France Crdova to the group.
Good morning, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be here. It's great to be here at the launch of POETS and NSF Engineering Research Center that will enable more efficient power systems for transportation, equipment, tools, and mobile applications. But before I get into all that, I'd like to just say that I've had a tremendous visit here at the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. We arrived, our small group did yesterday, early afternoon, and we had a terrific tour of many of your buildings and facilities, especially in engineering. And that continued today with a lot of cyber infrastructure, and its intersection with the arts is where we ended up. But it was just a very well put together sample of the many incredible things that you're doing on this campus. It's a very, very high quality research and educational effort. It's really a pleasure to meet with the students and to hear from them directly about their research, what they're doing. So I thank you for that. We're just tremendously proud of our investment at the National Science Foundation in the University of Illinois. And every time I go to a campus, I'm always reminded that that's where the creativity is going on. And the government just needs to get out of the beltway, right, and visit these hotbeds of creative endeavors to get more ideas so that we can keep reinvesting in our great institutions of higher education. And Congressman Chinkas, I'm also reminded by your remark about your West Point background that part of what inspired me in my career was that my father was a West Pointer, and my uncle, my godfather, and I still have, in fact, my father's degree hanging in my apartment in D.C., and it says on it, military engineer, and those were always magic words to me, of course. And so I actually wanted to go to West Point, but they still weren't allowing women by the time I graduated from high school. And so I went to Stanford instead. But otherwise, so that there are many, many things that inspire students, and one, of course, is their parents' expectations, their parents' achievements, their parents just being proud of them. And the other is just being able to have access to universities like this, whether they're doing summer camps or just field trips. So I'll never forget the day when, as a student, because I lived in the Caltech area, and I went with a little school field trip to Caltech, and other students showed us around the campus and what they were working on. And I thought, you know, one day I will be here. And in those days, I don't know if I saw a woman on the campus. but I did get there, and there were 2 women, including me, in my physics class. So the world has really changed now, and I'm just so proud of what the University of Illinois is doing. And it really speaks to the mission of NSF, which is both research and education and their integration. So let me go back to POETS, which is a great name for this center. The center represents a powerful collaboration, as we now all know, led by the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, but having very important partnerships with Howard University, which is in my neck of the woods in DC, Stanford University, and the University of Arkansas, along with several leading private sector companies. Engineering research centers integrate engineering research and education with technological innovation to transform our economy, health, and security. They link scientific discovery to technological innovation and support engineering graduates who develop into creative pioneers and our next generation of future leaders in emerging technological areas. And that's what we are ultimately investing in. All of you who are students in this audience, we're really investing in you so that you will be the leaders of tomorrow. The ERC program was created a little more than 30 years ago, imagine that, in 1984, to bring industry, universities, and government together to produce advances in engineering, innovative technologies, and effective solutions that translates into valuable industry-ready products and services. So it's both fundamental or basic research, and it's with a very applied eye. So it's that connecting bridge. Many current technologies and innovations we appreciate today evolved from NSF research, engineering research centers. These innovations have helped build a stronger economy, developed a more qualified workforce, and bridged the gap between basic research and real-world deployment. So the ERC goal, Engineering Research Center goal, at its beginning was to revolutionize U.S. engineering education and research. The first approved ERC budget was $10 million, and in 1985 attracted 142 proposals from more than 100 institutions, which resulted in 6 awarded centers. NSF funds each of these centers for up to 10 years, and then they leave the nest, as we say, to become self-sustaining and continue to produce innovations with broad benefits. And sometimes, Congressman, they're actually taken over by another federal agency to do more applied work. And we saw an example of that recently with DOE taking over one of our engineering research centers at North Carolina State University. Since its creation 30 years ago, the ERC program has made enormous strides. Past and current ERCs cover a wide range of industry sectors, including manufacturing, electronics, information technology, energy, water, important to the agricultural industry, infrastructure, and biotechnology and biomedicine. In FY 2014, across all reporting ERCs, there were 681 participating institutions, 423 industry partners, and 3,219 participating faculty and students. So as we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the ERC program, I'm happy to report some results and transformative discoveries resulting from this program. We funded 57 successful centers throughout the U.S. So, results. We have more than 193 spin-off companies that have emerged from the ERC programs. Approximately 739 patents have been awarded. And many transformations in U.S. health, security, and economic benefits have resulted from ERC program graduates, including the Argus II artificial retina, surgical robots, earthquake damage assessment tools, MP3 recording technology, and biometric password management. NSF estimates that the economic value of ERC-originated products and processes is in the tens of billions of dollars. And this figure does not even include the enormous benefits of those products, which have improved health and safety, boosted industrial productivity, and enhanced environmental protection to our country and the world at large. ERC programs will continue to produce many of our future scientists and engineers who will impact nearly every aspect of our future lives. The pioneers and leaders who contributed to the previous examples of the innovation I mentioned are only a few of those who have come out of the ERC programs. Building these types of innovators and trailblazers is paramount to NSF's program and the building stones of a growing economy, and a very strong factor in ensuring our global competitiveness. And it will be our next generation of diverse students that permeate the multidisciplinary culture of the ERCs. The beauty of science, founded in collaborative and diverse partnerships like ERCs, is that sometimes we come across unexpected discoveries and solutions that change the world. Many years ago, a leading literary critic was asked, "What makes great art?" His response was, "That which surprises well." And I would hold the same goes for great engineering. ERCs have a wonderful record of success, and I'm confident that this ERC will continue to advance engineering research, education, and innovation, and surprise us well. Thank you very much, and best wishes for a great future with this center.